This is Another Man's Nostalgia with John.
And all those animals are watching him bang Courtney Cox.
That's right.
So
God, I wish I was one of those animals.
wait, what?
Watching?
Wait, you want the Jim Carrey?
Just watching, you know.
Okay.
Chris.
Professor Farnsworth. He's Hubert J. Farnsworth, which, by the way, a lot of Groenin's characters are J, because that's his favorite middle initial.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding.
Wait,
Fun facts!
Wait. Someone has a favorite. Do you have a favorite initial?
I've never heard of this.
Mine's
But
Jay,
here's,
but that's mine.
Here's his reason.
If you, listeners, message in and tell us what your favorite initial is.
And Justin.
I don't need any more single guy stuff in my apartment. I don't need any more Forever Alone stuff. Oh, here's my arcades. Do you want to play Ninja Turtles?
The episode starts now.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Another Man's Nostalgia. We revisit everyone's favorite shows, movies, and games from the mid-90s to the mid-2000s.
How do you podcast?
Season 6. Season 6. We're back.
This is season 6? Oh my god.
It's so long.
So it's been so long.
No,
Best
so
thing, guys.
we are recording this pretty much right after season 5 because I am literally getting married the week this comes out, and for some reason my fiance did not want me doing the podcast the week of the wedding.
That's so weird. Why?
Selfish.
Why
A
would
little
she?
selfish.
Yeah, I
That
know,
Saturday
right?
morning, we podcast, we go to the wedding, then we
That's
all
right,
have a
that's right.
sleepover. Isn't that how
Yeah.
it works?
Exactly. We could have did it like at your wedding. You know.
I know. Everybody would have been there. We got a live audience.
Yes.
It was great. Yeah.
It would have been great.
Been a
Talk
lot
about
of
Could have
Airbender
live
faces
streamed
there.
this, and it would have been awesome. And no, like she just had to be a party pooper.
A
And
lot,
right?
a lot of old people.
You know what
very
I think?
confused.
You know what I think? I don't think she likes the podcast.
That's probably it.
I don't think
It's
she
selfish
likes
of her. It's a red flag, but I'm gonna look past it.
It's a red
no.
flag.
So the next 3 episodes are going to be recorded very early on. So nostalgia news, we're still going to talk about stuff, but it's going to be very dated information. But you get to hear what we say.
I'm so excited about season 6, guys.
Me too.
I have some stuff planned that
Me
is
too.
literally terrible, and I know it's terrible because I've watched like 2 episodes on like Disney
Gosh,
Plus.
it's TV shows. Oh God. Okay.
Yes, they're
mean-
they're TV shows.
Okay. So Justin, you have some nostalgia news.
I do. I have some Pokemon news to start off.
Go for it.
All right. So, about the start of the third week of June, about the time we ended the podcast, there was a Pokemon essentially direct, I guess they call it, and they were going over the Sword and Shield expansion, and they just completely dropped a new Pokemon Snap game on us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And it's called New Pokemon Snap.
That's a great name.
Now, here's what pisses me off about this. Why do the models look so much better than the Sword and Shield games?
That's a very good question. They really do.
And you want to know why? It's because it's not
that.
Game Freak doing it. It's Bandai Namco.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be it.
So
Yeah. Now, we don't know much about this game, but I'm pretty excited for it.
We've had a lot of. Oh, go ahead, John.
here's the thing: Game Freaks, they only do Pokemon, though, right?
Right.
That is like the only thing that the company does. So why
Which-
can't they just make
Actually,
it like...
they made another game. They're making another game called Our Town.
Okay.
So that would be
Okay.
true until last year. So they're making
Did you
one
say,
more right
did you
now.
say Our Town?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Is it on the play?
I was about to say.
Are you
Is there
character
like a-
Oh, that shitty... Oh, I remember that shitty play.
It was the worst.
I had to
It was the
watch
worst
that not only in high school, but I had to go to a college
Yeah.
rendition of it.
I did
So I'm
too.
I'm 90% sure we've talked about this before, which is weird that we've talked about our town twice on this podcast, but I think we have
I feel like it was...
a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, let's get into this week. Who wants to say what we watched as a group?
We watched Avatar Season 3.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world.
And the reason we watched Avatar is because it's like super famous on Netflix right now,
Very popular.
and
Very exciting.
it's
We were
one of
watching it
the
before it was cool.
highest things that Netflix has ever had.
Yeah,
That's what I
Good-
heard.
It's a good get for them for sure. This is my first time watching season 3 since I think I first watched the show, and
Really?
man, it's good. Yeah, I don't know. I've only watched the show once all the way through, and I've watched season 1, and I tried to keep watching, but season 1's pretty tough to get through. I think when you know how great it gets later, that I just never really kept going.
Dude, I
So,
laughed so much in this season. It was crazy.
This was, and this is by far my favorite season. I know you guys really like season 2. This for me is my favorite. I love this season. It's great. This is nobody's show, by the way. It's all of our shows because the show is too good, even though John technically wants to claim it. But
I mean, I should claim this.
He would.
Let's say what this show
Alright.
meant to us when we were little.
Let's
So
go for
I
it.
actually watched this when I was little, like we're supposed to do when it comes to TV shows.
All of it's a cable, John.
there's a couple things that is too good for anybody to claim, and this is one of them. We all know this is incredible. So
Yeah, you get to claim Boy Meets World.
I was about to say,
That's true.
Justin, I'm on your side, man, because I feel like you should have had Boy Meets World, but
no. People don't like Boy Meets World.
no. Yeah, I feel like Justin should have had Boy Meets World, and I should have Avatar, and I don't know what you should have, Chris. You just-
Fine, fair enough.
So.
No, this show is really good. So you watched it when you were little. Me and Justin didn't watch it until college, but
And I was
This-
ashamed. I was ashamed to tell anyone that I was
That's
watching
right.
a cartoon.
yeah, because we were like 15 or 14 or 15 when this came out.
Yeah.
So
And
a
I
little
was,
bit older.
and I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved everything. I was like, this show is awesome. I watched this and Dragon Ball Z like all the time. when
well,
it
there's a
came
big
on
difference
TV.
there in quality.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's about
that's your
500
opinion.
there.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
So oh man, I probably should look up some fun facts for this, but let's just get into the plot.
Okay, so this is the last season. This
Yep.
is book 3,
Yep.
Fire. And it's kind of about Aang going into the Fire Nation and learning. He doesn't really learn his fire element until kind of like the last like couple episodes.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of they kind of took a back seat to him and Zuko's story before he actually learned anything. And he learned it pretty quick once he learned it. You know, like
Yeah.
it didn't take him very long to master it.
It didn't bother me because the whole dragon story and stuff and how they connected it to him and Zuko, it made sense.
I completely forgot that storyline about the Fire Lord and the Avatar being friends, and I was like, this is such a great like plot detail. You know what I mean?
I forgot Zuko was the grandson of the last Avatar.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, this is another great dude. And like this season is so good because of so many reasons. Like Iroh being in jail and like working
Well, he's
out.
the great grandson, not the grandson. The great.
Yeah,
grandson.
you're right. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, him working out in the jail. That was a great plot line.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna talk about this plot. I guess we can go episode by episode. It's not-
Um,
So the first episode is the Awakening, which was when. Oh, this is just when he wakes up and realizes that we ended with him.
everyone thinks he's dead.
Yeah, and we ended with him like getting that stab in the back, and we didn't think that he would be able to. We didn't know what happened, and he didn't know what happened. He was out for like what 3 or 4 months. They said.
Enough for his
So-
hair to grow back.
The
Yeah.
beauty of this show is that everything just it fits so well together because they wrote the whole show before they even did any animation, they aired anything. Like, and a lot of shows don't do that, and it's just it's incredible how intertwined everything is.
And there's things narratively that they don't tell you until this season that would have been beneficial to know in the first season, but you don't have to know until now. And the way they like decide what you know and what you don't know until the end is just so well done. Gosh, it's so good. I
This
love it.
episode also marks us seeing Ozai for the first time.
Yep. And do y'all know who voices him?
Mark
I didn't realize
Hamill.
it. Mark Hamill. I didn't realize that, but I heard it and I was like, that sounds really familiar. And I looked it up. But great choice for a bad guy. Have Mark Hamill do it.
The ultimate good guy is one of the best bad guys.
And when it comes to animation, absolutely.
Hey, okay, I had a question. Who does the previously on Avatar? Like, who does that?
I thought it was the uncle. Is it? Maybe it's not though.
Previously on Avatar.
Is it the uncle?
Or it's
It has to
Roku.
be
Maybe
it has to be Uncle Iroh.
it might be
Is
Roku
it?
also. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I think
At
it's
first, I
Roku.
thought.
Might
At
be
first, I
Roku.
thought it was Ozai, but I was like, hey, no, there's no way.
So
I'm
the
looking it
big
up.
thing in this episode is they basically everyone thinks he's dead. So Aang basically decides.
Aang has hair.
His hair.
He basically decides to stay hidden, so he doesn't cut his hair, and he even throws away his glider on Roku's
Yeah.
island.
Yeah.
And then Zuko and Azula go back, and Zuko's basically hailed as a hero.
Yep, and he doesn't know that he didn't. Zula told the Fire Lord that he killed the Avatar when he didn't. So
And
everybody thinks
Azula,
he's a hero.
and we know Azula's got some backhanded stuff for that.
Yep. So the
They
voice
also
of it,
meet up with Sokka's dad.
Yep.
So
I honestly, I feel like the first couple episodes of this are kind of a little bit more fillers. Like the first episode, they obviously catch you up, but then you have the headband where Aang wants to go to fire school, which is
It's
kind
pretty
of
interesting.
It's
I liked
interesting, but it doesn't really drive the plot. And not every episode has to. But then you have the Painted Lady, which is where, you actually have Katara going in and like helping out this village. Instead, they believe in the spirit, just stuff like that. I feel like there's a little bit of filler. But then the next episode was Sokka's master, where he learns how to use a sword, and that's a really good episode.
The meteor sword.
The meteor sword, pretty awesome, right?
and then it brings in like the White Lotus and everything like that
Yeah.
because he turns out that he's part of the White Lotus cult. I don't know what it is.
Kind of a cult, sure. But no, it's true. And then you find out like Iroh is kind of leading.
Oh yeah,
it,
we
which
get
is-
this is training montage.
That's right. It's a training montage. He learns the sword pretty quick, if you ask me. But
And then at the same time you have Zuko. He's struggling a lot
yep.
throughout these episodes. Just kind of, you don't really know what he's struggling with. Like he doesn't really say what he's struggling with.
Yeah. He's finally back from where he wanted to be in the first season, and he's not happy. And it's
He's unhappy. He's mad, and you don't really know why.
Yep. And they kind of get into
Classic
it. Classic Zuko. In the next episode, they kind of get into it in the beach episode. When,
The beach episode is where you find out.
That's
why
some
he's
deep
mad.
stuff.
Yeah.
You find out all of their character flaws. It's a really good
Yeah.
episode. Probably one of like the only
And-
filler episodes that like I feel like really gets a lot out of the characters.
Yeah, you don't have a lot with Aang in this episode.
No.
You have the Combustion Man, like he comes in this episode, and that's the first time
Yeah.
you see him,
Yeah.
and which is weird. Like he's just a weird character. Like it's never explained why he can shoot fire from his eye that's on his forehead.
It's like a tattoo eye. Somehow
What is
he
it
can-
called?
It's like a
Boom
tattoo
Boom
eye, but it
Explosion
has
Guy?
like special powers that he
Right.
can shoot fire through his mind.
It's very.
What was
it's
his
very
name?
what
Boom
is it?
Boom?
Boom
Yeah,
Boom Man or something.
Sparkle, it's Sparkle, Sparkle, Boom, Boom, Man.
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's like, does he even have a line, or is it all
No.
just him?
No,
No,
he's
No, he's
silent.
mute. He's mute the whole time.
he's mute the whole time.
He
Interesting.
gave up his silence for Boom Boom sparkly powers.
But yeah, you find out in this episode that Azula, like, she had mama issues.
Yes.
Um,
She starts to become unhinged pretty quickly. This is the beginning
okay,
of it.
this episode is really weird. Like, it sexualizes one of the characters in like a
Oh,
really
yeah.
weird way.
The other friend, not the
The other
goth
friend, the
Yeah.
circus girl, the
Yeah,
circus
the
freak.
circus
Yeah,
girl.
they do. She can bend.
She wanted to be a bender, but she can bend.
What was it? Ty Lee is her name.
Eileen's her name. Yeah.
Oh man, that was
but yeah.
such a good line.
Thanks, man. But yeah, they really it's cool to see, like, they talk a little more about the villains, they dive into them a little bit better. It's pretty great. And then the next episode is when you find out that the Avatar and the Fire Lord were once friends, the old Avatar. And he is the one that narrates it, by the way. It is Roku who narrates the previously on Avatar.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Speaking of Roku, next episode is one of my favorites.
the Avatar and the Fire Lord.
Yep, this is
Yeah.
you really get into the lore here, and he
Honestly,
dies
any-
a pretty Pretty crazy death.
On the volcano.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty dramatic.
And he dies with his dragon. So
That's
sad.
true. He was his dragon. Any episode I think with Roku in it, I think I really enjoy. He's a really good character and mysterious enough where you wanted to learn more about him. But yeah, that's a very good episode. And, good.
So in this episode, Aang contacts Roku spiritually.
Yep.
On the island that he actually dies on, which is creepy.
His island. Well, it's his island.
Yeah.
Right.
And then at the same time, Zuko is learning about his grandfather through like these ancient scrolls that he finds
Yeah.
at the Fire Nation. And so like Aang and him are kind of learning like through their past
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is cool because Zuko's learning through like the Fire Nation like eyes, and Aang's learning through like Roku's eyes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's cool because also it's like the timeline just makes perfect sense because it's right when Roku dies that the Fire Lord starts and I think up until this point you think that the Fire Lord didn't start the big fight until he realized the Avatar was gone, but it wasn't that. It was like as soon as he stopped, the war started. You know what I mean? Like he was ready to start and take over. It was just really cool addition to the story. But yeah, and then at the end, the Fire Lord Sozin literally like leaves Roku on an island.
I was about to say has a chance to save him, and he's like, and then he goes, "Man, it's so dark."
Please. Without you, all my plans are suddenly possible. I have a vision for the future, Roku.
Yeah. He lets him go.
He got
he
slapped
just-
around
and
when he conquered the Earth Kingdom. So
Yeah, right.
See, like I don't know, I just didn't remember this part of the.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't remember it. I know the Fire Lord betrayed the Avatar at some point.
Yeah,
But I didn't know how it happened.
and then they were friends like that. Yeah,
And they were best friends like that.
which makes sense because he is a fire avatar. Like he started out as a Fire Nation avatar.
Yeah.
and so it makes sense that they would know each other. So it's pretty
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Next episode is the Runaways. I think this is kind of a filler. This is where Toph is playing little scams to get money and stuff.
You have Combustion Man come back?
Combustion Man does come back. That's right. Yeah. Kind of filler though, if you ask me. But next episode though.
What happened in that episode that might be important?
I think it's just Combustion Man finding them.
Yeah.
Next episode is the Puppet Master, which is a big new element to the story, which is bloodbending, which is creepy as hell. Yeah,
I feel like everyone in the show feels like this too, though.
Yeah, I know. Did y'all? If you guys remember the first time you watched this, were y'all creeped out by the first time you saw this old lady?
Oh yeah.
Or was it? Yeah. I mean, like, I know you don't really know what she's doing, but you have to know she's involved somehow. But gosh, it's weird. It's a weird plot line that when the moon is full and the waterbending is at their most powerful, she's able to bend people's blood.
So, I remember watching this episode for the first time and and not really knowing what I knew she was involved, but not really knowing what she could do.
Right.
Until she mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh, fuck!" Like I thought she was like some type of like spiritual thing. Like I didn't know that she actually could bend blood, which is super weird.
Yeah, it's a very, but it's kind of cool also because like they've shown these different kind of like bending availabilities before, you know, like steel and vines, the water from the vines, and it just makes sense that they could also do blood. But creepy, very creepy.
And each element has like a side element, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about that because fire has lightning, ground has steel or metal, water obviously has that. I don't know about air though.
Farts.
Maybe they can control farts.
Yeah, you just make somebody fart just randomly.
Pull it out of them.
Wait a minute, I didn't do that.
I mean, I guess flying is kind of a extra thing. Like it's not.
Is it in Legends of Korra?
But everybody can do it,
that
though.
They have like something else.
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm actually trying to watch Korra now.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess I would say water probably has that. Or
Yeah.
I was thinking healing.
Oh, healing too.
Water
yeah.
had healing.
Water has a lot apparently. It also,
But that's
it also
something.
has,
That's something they all can do, though. Like, not everybody can do blood
That's
bending
true.
because you have to be really powerful.
That's true. But no,
It,
not
it
all
has
of
to
them
be
can
it
heal,
has to
though.
be a full moon.
Yeah. Not all of them can heal though, right?
Well, I think everybody can. They remember in the first season they talked about how all the women would learn healing.
Oh, that's true. It's something you can learn. Yeah.
Why do women always get associated with healers?
It's very interesting. It's very.
Is it just like a motherly thing?
So next is Nightmares and Dreams.
I don't remember this one. What was
Or,
this?
sorry, Nightmares and Daydreams. Yeah, this is kind of Zuko getting anxious, I think, a little bit. You know, Aang is just like, I think he's having like dreams about getting killed by the Fire Lord, things like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of just a
filler.
setup.
When I say filler, I don't mean that
set
badly.
up for next episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we have the Day of the Black Sun, which is what basically you really think the whole series has been going up to.
Yeah, you think this is going to be the ending. You think this is going to be how it's going to end. But they go and try to invade the Fire Nation on the day that there is a eclipse, because that's when they're weak.
And
And-
guitar kiss. It's so
And guitar
cute.
kiss. They think it's over, and then but then you find out that they knew about it the entire time, and the Fire Lord's not there, and so he misses the chance to beat him during the eclipse.
Yeah.
Great episode though.
So they do the invasion. And
the battle scene's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, they do the invasion with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But like all the benders, all the fire benders, they lose their fire bending powers for a little bit.
Yep.
They actually find where the Fire Lord is.
Yeah.
But they never actually fight him.
They get stopped by Azula, who kind of distracts them and keeps them.
Yeah.
But it's a good episode. But you're right. It's a really cool way, because you think this is how it's going to end, and it does not end there. And then you realize that, it's going to have to end at the comet, and that's like the worst time it could possibly end. So, which just makes it cool.
So when it came, like, I'm starting to like Azula as a character a lot more after this episode, because I don't know, like she's in a lot more of this season than she is in previous seasons, because all you see her is as a bad guy, and this season she has a little bit more development that I remember.
She's
And it
still
makes
batshit
sense.
evil and crazy, but you know why she is.
And I feel like the last season she was just like a mastermind, like crazy good warrior. And this one they start showing you like where her cracks are, because then you can start seeing how they might be able to beat her, and it's genius. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They show you like where she falls, and it's really her mom, and the relationship she had with her mom is like her biggest weakness. You know?
Yeah.
And we also find
and
out that their mom was banished,
Yep.
and he killed his grandpa.
That's right.
And basically Zuko was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
He
I'm out.
redirects lightning. And
Yep.
he tries to find Iroh.
Yeah, he tries to fight his dad, and he.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's like a really good scene.
Oh, yeah.
Because he faces his dad.
Yep. He tries to do it
When-
when the
Redirects his lightning.
Yeah, at first he tries
Well,
to do
what
it
I
when-
was saying is, you go, Chris.
Oh, I was just gonna say he tries to face him when the eclipse is happening, because I think he thinks he won't be able to beat him if he actually has to firebend him.
Yeah.
So he does it when the eclipse is happening, saying he's gonna leave because he thinks. But then the conversation lasts so long that the firebending comes back, and his dad tries to lightning bolt him, and Zuko redirects it. It's really awesome.
He tries to find Iroh. He's not there.
Yeah, he's already broken out.
He follows our team avatar to the
Yep.
Western Air Temple, and
is the next
basically
episode.
that whole episode is Zuko trying to convince him he's good now.
Humor-wise, this is probably my favorite. Just Zuko trying to like figure out a way.
He's talking to like a frog or something like that.
Hello, Zuko here. But I guess you probably already know me, sort of. So, the thing is, I have a lot of firebending experience, and I'm considered to be pretty good at it. Well, you've seen me, when I was attacking you. Yeah, I guess I should apologize for that. But anyway, I'm good now. I mean, I thought I was good before, but now I realize I was bad. But anyway, I think it's time I joined your group and taught the Avatar firebending. I can't believe how stupid I am. I mean, what was I thinking? Telling them I sent an assassin after them? Why didn't I just say Azula did that? They would have believed that. Stupid!
This is Zuko at my favorite because now he's actually Zuko again. He's a lot more likable. I like, especially in these last few episodes.
Yeah. And the next episode, they're really hesitant to like have him join the team, but when he stops the combustion man, they realize that he's a good guy.
Katara hasn't done it yet, but she will.
Zuko did nothing to stop the combustion man. Like, all he did was shove him.
Yeah.
Like, he pushed him a little bit.
He said, I told you not to. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, no, you don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna... And then, like, Combustion Man pushes him off a cliff. And that was, like, the end of him trying to save everyone. But they acted like that he did so much and saved everyone.
It's very true.
It was Sokka that did it with his little boomerang.
Yep. Sokka coming in with the boomerang. Pretty awesome. Next episode is the Firebending Masters. This is when they decide to have Zuko teach Avatar or Aang how to firebend, which is a great fitting person to teach Aang. It makes it so much cooler. Which I'm guessing when I would first watch this, I probably predicted that was going to happen. As soon as they started showing Zuko as not liking the Fire Nation, it's probably like, well, he's going to go teach Aang then, you know.
I don't know. I was confused why he couldn't bend.
Because he wasn't relying on rage anymore.
Okay, I know why now, but at the time I was really confused of why he couldn't bend.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's a good point. I don't remember the next episode. Is the Boiling Rock? What was that?
Yeah, this is basically where I think they try to save Sokka's dad or somebody there.
This is the jail where they try to go see if Sokka's dad's in the jail, and he's not, so they try to escape, but they hear at the very end of the episode that Sokka's dad's like on his way to the jail.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And then they stay.
That's right. Yeah.
So, and then while they're staying, like this is the next 2 episodes. It's this episode. The next episode, you find out Sokka. Yeah, you find out Sokka's dad's there, and then they all try to escape together.
Yeah.
And then
Mai and Ty Lee turn on Azula.
Yeah, Azula shows up. Ty Lee's there. The acrobatic girl's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ty Lee. It's Mai and Ty Lee.
Mai, yes, Mai.
Yeah.
Mai is the goth girl. Ty Lee is the acrobatic girl.
Okay, yeah.
Which is also very funny part that we kind of missed in the first couple episodes. But when Zuko's back at the Fire Nation and him and Mai are dating, and the lines they have with each other are so funny. It's like, I love how you hate the world. So good.
I don't hate you.
Yeah, exactly. So great. Honestly, these next couple episodes I don't remember until we get to the finale. So the next one was the Southern Raiders. What was that one?
Southern Raiders is when she tries to find her mother's killer.
Oh, right. Yep. Yeah. Kind of. I don't know. I feel like these are also kind of fillers just to get to the finale. I mean, nothing really.
So
here,
I was watching all these episodes with Peyton, and
Has she watched this before?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she has. Okay.
So she was like, "Why the fuck is she with Aang? Like, why doesn't she go after?" Oh my god! I just
Sokka?
Not Sokka. Sokka.
Took you a second to figure that out, huh?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Zuko?
Yeah, Zuko. Why didn't she just go after Zuko?
It's the Avatar.
And
you only get one
I
shot.
guess that's a turn on, you know.
Yeah. She's a tattoo girl.
Like a man with tattoos. Yeah.
She's just so shallow. She didn't like that scar.
Basically, that
That's
episode
right.
was
That's right.
Katara kind of getting away from her mother's murderer, and her and Zuko kind of being friends now.
Yeah.
My favorite filler episode is next, the Ember Island Players. This is great.
What was this one again?
The one where they watch the play in the Fire Nation.
Oh, this is a great episode. Yeah.
This is the best recap episode ever.
And honestly, it's a very good telling of, like, it's a good thing for kids to see that sometimes what you read in the history books might not be actually what happened.
Why is Katara so big boob, though?
What?
Was anybody else a little creeped out about that?
About what?
Katara was just some big boobed chick. Like, it wasn't that she
I
just
wasn't
had
really
big
paying
boobs.
attention to
She had
that, but okay.
cleavage.
Yeah.
I was like, is this a kid's show? Why'd they draw that? Why can't they just have a normal person?
Yeah. Well.
Well, I mean, you got to
sells.
sell. You know, sex sells.
The best part was Toph being really excited about the big burly man being her.
Yeah, that's right. No, this is really good because every show seems to have like a recap session somehow, and this is a really good way to do it for Avatar, where you just have it told from a different point of view.
Yeah.
But so good. This episode came out on the creator's birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, that's a fun fact for the.
That's the fun fact for this. Okay. And then you have the last episode, which is 4 episodes into one.
Sozin's Comet. Yep.
Yeah. So you have
The first episode is the Phoenix King.
you have Aang visit his past avatars.
Great scene.
Um,
Because he doesn't want to kill. He's really worried
No.
about having to kill him.
Yeah.
And all the avatars are telling him to do it.
They're like, you just got to do it, man.
He's got to do it, man.
You got to do what you got to do, dude.
So
Uh,
good. Even the monk was like, yeah, he might as well kill him.
Did anybody almost cry when Zuko and Iroh hugged it out?
That was a pretty good scene. That was a great scene.
And then you have Uncle come back. You have
You have a lot of comebacks.
The
You have
flying. You have the flying lotuses. Like they all kind of rejoin.
the boulder.
You have
The boulder
Boomy
comes back. Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back.
The boulder. Man, so many good people coming back in this one.
You mean the pebble?
The pebble. That's right.
You have kind of Aang. He's just kind of trying to finalize his training.
Yep.
Like that's a lot of it at the very beginning is that, and then when they actually start the fights, you have everyone kind of split up.
Yep. And they all have their own
So-
little mission. And then you have the Fire Lord meeting Aang on a rock, and they have one of the most epic battles ever.
The only
And then
thing
you-
there's two
at the
things
same
about this
time you
episode I
have-
hate.
What?
There's 2 things I hate about this episode.
Okay.
What is it?
One, the giant lion turtle. I don't.
Why?
Get it.
Why do you hate the lion turtle? The lion turtles. I thought that was pretty
It's
legit.
so weird.
They explain it more in Korra, and again, it just shows
That's
how
why.
genius
See, I haven't watched all of Korra, but at the
Okay.
time I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Why is this a thing? And they had to explain it in Korra because no one knew what the fuck was going on in this one.
That's who created the Avatar.
Yep.
Yes, but no, you didn't know that, so it's like, why would you show? Never. Anyways, and the other
So
thing is when he goes
Justin,
into
I just kind of figured when I watched this that
no, you
that's
didn't. Be
what.
quiet.
Wow, that's impressive, John.
Part 2. Secondly,
I bet
like,
that crazy.
he gets
Avatar.
his Avatar stuff back by just putting his back against a rock again.
Yeah. Why not?
That couldn't be something more epic, like him finding it and.
Him getting out of that
Just
rock.
like him scratching his back, you know, like he had like an
Like,
itch,
wait a
and
minute,
then all of a
I could have
sudden
had just somebody just
he
poke
could do
me in the
other-
back. Don't
I mean, I
find
get-
that a little weird?
It's a little weird, but the way he came out of that rock then and grabbed his throat, that was badass, and I wouldn't trade that
But
for anything.
he could have said.
Come on out, little boy. You're about to be...
Could have said your avatar powers won't come back on. Like you have it back, but we don't know when it's coming back. You know, it could have
No,
said, you know,
because-
it's still you have
I
to.
see what you're saying.
You know,
And then-
and then
and
when
it
he
came
when he
back in
does
that
come out of the rock, it makes there it is. Like
Yeah.
it comes back right in the moment he needs it. Instead of him
no-
just hitting a rock again.
Because
No, okay,
I
go ahead,
disagree
John.
with that because
I
it
do
makes
too.
it more intense.
Yeah.
That you feel like that he lost it because if you that whole entire first scene would have been meaningless because you would have knew it would have came back. You would have
And
knew
also-
his avatar state would have came back.
And
It
also,
was a stupid way to do it then.
Also, the stakes were higher because you don't know if he dies, if the Avatar is just gone forever. And so, because you lost the Avatar state.
Then you need to find a different way to bring his powers back.
I disagree.
I disagree. I think they wrote that very well. Just
I agree.
They did everything except for the pointy rock in the back. I agree with everything else. Being in the rock, coming out, grabbing the throat, all awesome.
Yeah.
So, at the same time, Azula and Zuko, they're fighting for Fire Lord.
Yep. And Azula is completely
Fire
unhinged
Lord,
at this point. She's
her hair is crazy.
Anyone else like a little attracted to that point? Or is it just
well,
me,
I'm
or-
glad you said that, Justin, because that's your picture for this episode. Is crazy
Yes.
Azula. Yeah, she's completely unhinged. She's seeing her mother. Like, everything is just going really terribly for her.
She's seeing her mother. Yeah, she's seeing her mother, and she's kind of talking to herself, really.
Yeah. It's like this power hungry. As soon as she got what she wanted, she like went nuts and really great. But Katara is the one that actually finally finishes her off, and it's pretty incredible.
Well,
It's a
Zuko
combo.
saves
Yeah.
Katara
That's
from
right,
a
that's
lightning bolt, and that's
Yeah.
why they couldn't finish their. What is it called?
Their-
Something Kai.
Yeah, something Kai, Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
Kai or something. Yeah. But they finish her off, and then you assume
Omni-Kai. Omni-Kai.
that Zuko is going to be the Fire Lord, and then Aang does not have to kill the Fire Lord. Great scene though when he stops like the
Dude.
rock, he pulls the rock up and grabs his hand. Oh, so good.
Dude, the
Gosh,
fight
this is so
scene
good.
with them is so crazy. It's
so
so
great.
crazy.
What a satisfying ending. It's so good. But instead of killing him, he takes away his bending, which is the first time an Avatar was able to do that. But
And then
it's
you
great.
see the turtle again.
You see the turtle again.
The turtle's telling him basically what to do. Like all the avatars are like, yeah, you should just kill him. And the turtle's super wise, you know.
Gotta listen to the turtle.
And
Yeah. The turtle is such a great addition. Best thing about this episode, I think. The turtle.
my
okay,
favorite
then-
thing is the duck turtles that they have in the ponds.
That's true. That's also great. Okay, so then, and then that's pretty much the end. And then they put him in jail. Zuko becomes Fire Lord. Aang kisses Katara. They go in the future and make a lot of babies, apparently, which is you gotta repopulate the airbending. There's not very many airbenders, so you don't want to go extinct. You guys want to get into the scores?
5s?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Why are we even scoring this?
No, we should.
There's gonna be something that's not gonna be 5.
Plot.
5.
You gotta give reasons why.
It's good. 5.
It's the most satisfying ending to a TV show I think I've seen.
That. I was very sad when this ended. I was
Me too.
very sad.
Yeah.
And because at the time they were saying that this is it, like they're not
Yeah.
gonna write anything else.
Yeah.
Because I remember looking online, like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen next? And they're like, it's over. I was like,
Yep.
well, shit, like what the hell am I supposed to do?
Right.
But yeah, no, 100% is one of the most epic endings that I've ever seen in a TV show.
Yeah, it's
And
incredible.
what makes it so good is that everyone agrees with this.
I know.
Like, there's not an argument. Like,
Nobody does not like this. Yeah.
I've never met someone that are like, yeah, Avatar's like okay. No, like
I've met people who haven't given it a chance and like, or have watched the first like half and are like, this isn't for me. I get that, but if you actually like get invested in it and you watch the final season, there's no way you didn't like it. There's no way you didn't like how it ended. It's just so good.
I just watched it. I just watched it a troll, you know. Watched it a troll.
Exactly.
I
Alright,
hated it, you know.
easily a 5. Main characters. So Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, and Zuko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
I really liked Toph, and I really liked Zuko this season.
Yeah.
Zuko's got the best character arc out of anybody.
Katara,
Absolutely.
I didn't like this season.
You know, I'm gonna agree with you. I think she was. I think her like arc kind of ended in season 2, and then she's kind of was there. Sokka definitely grew a lot in this season.
Oh yeah.
Katara's the most annoying character.
When
She is
she
kinda
like,
annoying.
when she, it kind of shocked me a little bit. It made me not like her as much. When she was looking for her mother's killer, and she bloodbended.
Yeah. See, the whole bloodbending thing to me in general, like she cried the first time she did it, and they're like, "Now you're a bloodbender." It's like just don't use it. But she uses it a couple of episodes later.
Isn't that
Yeah, I
kind of the
agree.
point though? Like she uses it because she's so
She's
angry.
like a vampire. Like
Oh,
she
yeah.
tasted
Something
blood.
she hates so
Yeah.
much, she's using it because she's filled with so much rage.
That's a good point, I guess.
If you found the
So-
person who killed your parents, would you not want to cause them as much pain as possible?
That's a good point. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
would
I
I
know it is.
sacrifice my own self to do it? I don't know.
I don't know. It's still a 5 though. It's still all.
I give it a 4.
Whoa.
Like, okay, it wasn't just because of that. Like, I didn't like her. Like, the mother episode, she really annoyed me.
Yeah, I get that.
I didn't feel like she was as strong as a character. Even in book 1, like, I felt like she was a really strong character.
Yeah.
But in this this season, she was really powerful.
Uh-huh.
And I liked the episode, like, a little bit when it came to the painted lady.
Yeah.
But that was really it. That was, like, the only time I really enjoyed having Katara, like, on an episode. So, because there's 5 main characters, right? And I didn't like one of them, so there's a 4.
That's a good point. What do you give it, Justin?
5.
Okay. 4.7. 2 by 3. All right, next up, minor characters. So I guess you got Iroh, you got Azula, you got the
5.
Fire Lord. Yeah, it's a 5. Iroh in the jail thing was so awesome.
Why you keep obsessing with that? Did you just like him with his shirt off? Like, is
That was
that what
it.
you
That
keep
was
going
it.
back
No,
to?
it was like the guards keep in there and mocking him, and like he's like acting like he like needs the food, but then he like just throws it away and just works out. It's
The
awesome.
best scene.
I'll tell you
the best
right
scene
now-
with Iroh is when him and Zuko just they
Come back
reunite.
together.
That's the best scene in the show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Uncle, I know you must have mixed feelings about seeing me. But I want you to know, I am so sorry, Uncle. I am so sorry and ashamed of what I did. I don't know how I can ever make it up to you, but How can you forgive me so easily? I thought you would be furious with me.
I was never angry with you. I was sad because I was afraid you lost your way.
I did lose my way.
But you found it again. And you did it by yourself. And I'm so happy you found your way here.
It wasn't that hard, Uncle. You have a pretty strong scent.
That scene and one of the most powerful scene is when Zuko is like trying to reach out to Iroh, and Iroh's like not talking to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're just a crazy old man."
Yeah.
And like walks out, and then Iroh, like you see him crying.
He's letting them.
It's like,
he's
God,
letting them
it's
figure
so
it
powerful.
And
Yep.
again, Iroh, one of the best minor characters, has the best satisfying ending. Like where you're just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like he's just so cool. So yeah, this is gonna be a 5 for me. I mean, I liked him. I liked Azula. I liked all the little
Suki.
girlfriends. Yeah,
What is it, Suki?
yeah, 5 for me. What about y'all?
5.
Justin, you gotta give something else.
It's a 5. Why?
Yeah, I guess it's a 5.
Why are you so? This is not hard.
All right, next is acting.
5.
So like voice acting.
Yeah, Aang got a lot better. I didn't realize this. There was actually a kid who played him, and he was like 12 when he started, and then like so the maturity in his voice was a real thing, which I thought was pretty cool.
He voiced it throughout the whole entire time
Yeah.
that they were doing this.
I
That's
didn't
cool.
know that until
I didn't know that.
months ago. Yeah.
I
I mean, it's still not great. I mean, it's still a kid's show. Katara's voice is a little, like, you definitely tell it's a little bit of not great voice acting, in my opinion. Is it enough to give it a 4?
Katara seems a little clunky.
Yeah. No, it's I give it a 5, too.
It's a 5. You got Mark Hamill.
Azula.
You got
Mark Hamill.
Iroh. I
Yeah.
mean, Azula's voice actress is just great. Zuko's voice actor is amazing.
Rufio.
Yeah, it's a 5. Like, why are we even
5.
thinking about this?
I'm gonna give it a 5.
This is going to be the most perfect thing we've watched. Next is Desire, or does it, wait, what is it? Desire to Continue Watching? No, Does It Hold Up?
Does it hold up?
5.
Yes, it.
5.
It holds up. It's just such great writing. When it comes to an animated show, I don't think I've ever experienced the writing that this show brings.
Yeah.
And it's just why so many people like it so much. It's very childish.
Yep.
So, like, if you're looking for, like, a more adult anime, like, this is not for you.
Right.
It has adult aspects to it, but it's not an adult anime. It's very childish, but the best thing about it, and the most, I guess, balanced thing about it is that you can watch this, like, with your kids.
Yep.
And enjoy it, like, probably more than what they're enjoying it as. Even though it's for children.
And I would argue that season 3 does give you enough dark elements that adults who committed to it would like this. And I think that's what's happening on Netflix right now. I think there's a lot of people who are like, I remember that show came out, I'm going to give it a shot. And they're realizing how great it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a 5. Next, Desire to continue watching? Legend of Korra?
But I've watched Legend of Korra, and...
I loved Legend of Korra.
Did you really?
Yeah, I thought it was...
I didn't like Legend of Korra that much.
Really?
I mean, I enjoyed it because it was a continuation on this.
Yeah.
But it didn't have the same feel to it.
All right, let's change the Desire to continue watching to not considering what the actual sequel was, but just based on what you saw. Would you want to watch the season 4 of Avatar? I think we should do that from now on.
No, we can't.
No, I think we should. Because
no, we can't do that because that's gonna be too hard. That's gonna be too hard to not bring a biased opinion into it.
I guess so, but I feel like there's movies out there that we've watched where the sequels have been so bad, but we haven't given points because of that. But if it wasn't there, I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard one.
That's a hard one.
I'm still gonna go 5.
I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 4 here.
I'm probably.
I don't think we should do what you did, like what you're saying.
I'm gonna
Like,
say 4.
If we
also.
know the sequel and there's a sequel coming out, like we don't.
I'm gonna say 4 also, only because of how. If I had seen this not knowing what Legend of Korra is, I'm gonna do it. Y'all don't have to do it. If I had seen this not knowing what Legend of Korra was, I would have thought to myself, I don't want to see any more of this because it ended so perfectly. So I'm gonna say a 4.
I wonder what Justin's gonna get.
I said 5
He
already.
already did.
Oh, okay.
It's shocking. Let me see what I gotta do new math now because we're doing it divided by 3. Hang on.
Oh my god.
4.3. Okay. And then the final category. What do y'all want to do for the final category?
Did you like this? 5.
Y'all need
Fight
music?
scenes, I guess.
Oh, let's do fight scenes. Yeah, it's fight scenes.
Or
5.
humor. Fight scenes or humor.
Fight scenes.
5 scenes.
This has one of the best animated fight scenes ever in that last with Aang and Sozin. Yeah. Every fight scene in the show has been great.
It's very creative ways of doing fight scenes. It's a 5. Yeah.
It's a 5.
I liked,
why even
one of my favorite fight scenes is not even with Aang in the season.
Oh, it's in the movie?
Oh yeah, the movie had good ones.
Yeah.
Where Aang is just randomly
it's
running.
when-
It's just
it's-
moving his hands.
It's the jail scene when they're fighting on those carts.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah. Gosh, there's so many good ones in this.
And then is it Maya? Maya comes in and she's like taking out all the guards and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like I really liked like that last like 15 minutes of that episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good. What would you give it, John?
Fight scenes?
Yeah. Just give it a
3?
5. Really?
What? No.
Okay. I was about to say, yeah, 5.
I felt like the last scene, it probably should have been a little bit longer. Like the fight scene could have been.
Yeah,
a
I
little
could
bit
have
longer.
seen that.
But altogether, no, it was really good. Again, when Aang went to the Avatar state, was awesome. And then like at the very end, when he's about to kill him, and then he like stops and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, and he turns back from like the Avatar state into like his normal self.
Yeah.
Like it was just perfect. That was super perfect.
It's so perfect. So this total only lost 1 point. So 34 out of 35. Incredible. Which I think is justified. I think it's not 100% perfect. You can't get a perfect score, but it loses 1 point. I'm fine with that. Even though I gave it pretty much 5.
Even though Justin gave it a perfect score, and you basically gave it a perfect score.
I got 1 point.
I'm the only one.
So John, what are we watching next week?
So next week we are watching National Treasure, And I'm super excited about this because
I'm jealous.
I can't wait to go steal the Declaration of Independence.
I wish I would have picked
I'm
this.
I'm such a big like history like nerd when this movie came out, and I loved it so much. Like it for a while it was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I wish I would have taken it because I also love it.
Even though I don't like Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage is a terrible actor in my opinion, but I love this movie.
I'm sure we'll get into a lot of Nicolas Cage's weird acting in this, but I'm excited to watch it. It's on Disney Plus if anybody else wants to watch it. Yeah, I'm excited. I like this movie a lot.
What? He's in a recent. Nicolas Cage is gonna be in like a recent movie.
He's-
I was
he's-
like,
he's
why
Tiger
would you
King.
pick him?
Tiger King. He's gonna be the Tiger King.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would you pick him as?
What a weird
as-
choice. Yeah.
What a great
Oh,
choice.
God.
Yeah. Okay. Well, John, you want to send us home? We are home.
Do I want to send us home? Not really. But
No, let's keep talking.
Let's-
This is
All right, well, I'm just going to leave then. See ya.
okay. All right.
Justin signs out. Don't worry, you won't even see him sign out. Like his
That's true.
picture will stay there.
Except for he is doing the recording, so that might be a little awkward. But
It just goes blank, and you just see you just hear our voices.
that's right.
You can find us on social media, Another Man's Pod on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also email us at anothermanspod@gmail.com if you want to give us any comments. Please go follow us on YouTube. We post all these videos that we do on YouTube, so please go follow us over there too. If you want to actually watch us do the podcast. We have a Patreon as well. We have different tiers, but you can support the podcast by giving $2. That's the minimum, and we'll actually do an episode that you suggest. What else? I don't know what else.
That's pretty much it.
It's pretty much it.
We're excited to be back from season 6. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, we're not gonna do any suggestion because we don't really have a.
No.
We
No,
just don't
I-
care anymore.
No.
I thought about one the other day. I
Nah.
thought about one. I was like, oh, we should just suggest that. Oh, based on when we watched this, Angels in the Outfield is now on Disney Plus. So if you want to listen to our episode
it
on Angels
really?
in the Outfield, yeah, it
That's
played
cool.
on ESPN last night because ESPN has nothing else to do. So if you guys want to go listen to Angels in the Outfield, it is what was that one? I think it was season 2. Season 2, episode 13.
Cool. Well, you can go do that.
Yeah, you don't
We're on
have to.
Twitch.
I won't, but you can.
You don't like to listen to yourself, Justin?
Nope.
Okay.
We're also on Twitch.
We have a Twitch account. That is a valid statement.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week, guys, with National Treasure.
Peace.